All right, sound check from Tony Hansen Field. Indians, Diamondbacks, Game 3 of the district tournament. 1-2-3, 1-2-3. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark.
Let's go! Batter up! We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Washington to Kalamazoo, it's a beautiful day for a home run, but even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today.
This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good afternoon, wherever you might be joining us from, as we welcome you here to the ballpark today here at Tony Hansen Field, as it's Game 3 of the district tournament, as today the Indians try to look to bounce back from that difficult loss on Saturdays. Today they host the Century Diamondbacks. So, unfortunately, Preston really let one get away on Saturday, giving up those 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to lose 7-6. And now they end up in the elimination game situation here today against Century, as today the Indians will send Austin Gleed to the mound against Elias Blackhawk for the Century Diamondbacks. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to our news and notes segment as we continue here on the pregame show here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back here to the pregame show as we dive into our news and notes segment here this afternoon as we get ready for the game. As today here the Diamondbacks take on the Preston Indians coming up in just a few minutes. The pregame, our news and notes brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. All right, for the Indians, they're coming off with probably their toughest loss of the year, almost undoubtedly. The Indians jumped out to a 6-0 lead over Pocatello in Game 2 of the district tournament on Saturday. The offensive explosion was due in part to the Thunder also committing 6 errors over the first 6 innings of the game. Preston scored 3 runs in the top of the first, added 2 more in the top of the third, and a single run in the fifth. The Indians got their second straight outstanding start, this time from Cade Oxborough, who went 6 1/3 innings of work. He limited Pocatello to just 2 hits over those 6 innings. However, it's hard to keep a good hitting team down like that, and Pocatello's bats woke up in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Thunder sent 11 men to the plate. They scored 7 runs on 7 hits and to take them to the walk-off 7-6 win over the Indians on Saturday, with the Thunder bench punching their ticket to the championship round, which hopefully, weather permitting, will get underway coming up tomorrow. So the Indians face the Diamondbacks today. Of course, they beat the Diamondbacks 10-3 in the first game of the district tournament that was played here at Tony Hansen Field last Thursday. Austin Gleed, with a pair of hits, drove in a couple of runs in that game, as it was Eli Hammonds who went the distance to pick up the win in that game for the Indians. Preston has now beaten Century 3 out of 4 meetings this year, and when you go back to 2008, Preston has won 18 of the 23 meetings head-to-head against the Diamondbacks. In fact, Century's out in the field going through their infield practice here before the game. Our pitching matchup here this afternoon, it is Austin Gleed on the mound today for the Indians, as he'll go up against right-hander Elias Blackhawk for the Century Diamondbacks. It'll be time to step into the Coach's Corner when we come back, as we'll visit with Coach Sean Thompson, brought to you by Evergreen Financial. Remember, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. You can set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. They now also have an office in Pocatello as well. We'll take a time out. We'll come back. We'll talk to the coach coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
KACH.
And welcome back to the pregame shows. Once again, it's time to step into the Coach's Corner as we'll sit down with Sean Thompson here in the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners, as try to bounce back from a rainout yesterday. I don't know. Maybe the rainout may have been good just to get away from the field for a day.
Yeah, the rainout was great. Also, pitching. Short on pitching, so 1 day extra rest. I mean, it's going to help us out moving forward. So it was good to have a day off.
Yeah. What did you guys do yesterday for the rainout?
Nice and easy. We were in the cage hitting, took some ground balls, fly balls, just nothing too hard. Just getting back in the rhythm, getting ready for this game today.
Just get back on the field, get your head back into it a little bit.
Yep. Hopefully, forget about the game Saturday, and we're moving on.
Well, since you brought up Saturday, let's talk about it for a little bit. Things were going along pretty well, and then all of a sudden the bottom of the seventh inning came.
Yeah, I mean, we were putting a ball in play. What we've asked of the kids all year, put a ball in play, good things happen, and they did against Pokey. And then last inning, just that little brain fart, we had 3-4 errors and let them get that momentum back, and they ended up coming back on us. A few base hits. And it hurt. It hurt being 6-0 the whole game and then losing it in the bottom of the seventh to a team like that.
I didn't say it on the air, but my initial thought was, man, this is going to be a quiet bus ride home.
Yeah, it was very quiet. You could hear a pin drop. It took about till someone started talking. But, yeah, I mean, it hit the team. It affected the team. But like I tell them, it's baseball's short memory game. You got to forget about it. Let's move on.
All right, so you bounced back here today after the rainout yesterday, and you try to get the team back out on the field and get ready. One thing for sure, after all the weather we had the last couple of days, the field is in really good condition.
Oh, it's in great condition. I just wish the wind would stop blowing so it'd be a little bit warmer for us. So, but yeah, great condition. We're ready to go today.
Yeah, it's like a Philadelphia Eagles football game. You're breaking out the heater for the dugout today.
We do have the heater. We got to keep these boys warm. So, and we have to keep the coaches warm. That's the most important thing.
So what do you do now, getting ready for the game here today to bounce back from Saturday? You get ready. What are you gonna tell the guys? How do you get ready for this game here today in a must-win situation?
Yeah, yesterday we actually had a good talk about Saturday's game. Main thing is just forget about it. We got to take it one game at a time. I think we overlooked that last half an inning against Pokey. We got to take it an inning at a time, pitch at a time, swing at a time, play at a time. So today it's just, hey, one ball at a time. We got to make the plays. We got to hit. We got to swing. It's one game at a time now.
It's not to say anything bad about Century, but it's nice to have a team that you've beaten 3 out of 4 times this year to be able to bounce back against today.
Yeah, I mean, Century, we can't, like you say, we have had a good record this year, but they're still a great team. If I would imagine, they're probably going to have their ace pitching, which is Blackhawk. So the boys have seen him. They faced him. Same thing against Pokey. We just got to put a ball in play, and good things will happen.
All right, so you expect Blackhawk to throw for them. Who are you sending to the mound today?
I'm sending Gleed to the mound today. So we have Gleed, Thompson, and Hammonds available for today. I'm hoping to roll Gleed pretty much most of the game as far as I can.
You got 6+ out of the first 2 starters, and you're hoping to get another performance like that?
Oh, 100% I am. We're end of year, and I've talked to the boys about it. This is where we're at peak baseball, and the last 2 games, honestly, we've been playing the best we have all year, and this is the time we need to do it. So pitchers need to go out and do a job, and my defense needs to help back up the pitcher and help him out as much as they can.
Anybody can hold a baseball is eligible to come in and pitch today if needed.
Oh, 100%. If you can throw, you're in.
There's a lot of time to rest between now and the first of 2025 when it's time to come back to practice.
That's right. We'll do whatever we can. If we have to throw 2, 3, 4 pitchers, we're going to do it.
Well, best of luck today, and hopefully we can get together tomorrow back over in Pokey.
Perfect. Yep. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, but like I say, got to hit today first. So not going to overlook this game because Century is good. So I appreciate your time.
Sean Thompson, our guest here on the pregame show, will take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at other games going on around the state. There's a bunch of them. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard when we come back after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Hey Preston, looking for a cool spot to chill and grab some awesome food? Head to the Hangout at 23 South State Street. We're not just a restaurant, we're your go-to spot to hang with your family and friends. Pool tables, games, great vibes, and the same amazing pizza you loved from the Slice. Swing by the Hangout today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
And welcome back to the pregame show on this Tuesday as the Indians and Diamondbacks try to make up yesterday's rainout coming up here at Tony Hansen Field. There are a number of other games going on today, however, no less than 21 other games going on around the state. So let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and get a look at those other games. That's, of course, brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto, stop by and see how much you can save at Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. All right, other games going on around the state today. It'll be Madison taking on Highland. Soda will be at Bear Lake. Canyon Ridge travels to Wood River. Mountain Home will be at Burley today. North Fremont goes to Salmon. Meridian travels over to Boise. Eagle will take on Middleton. Bora will be at Owanee. Mountain View meets up with Rocky Mountain today. Capital is at Timberline. Buell goes to Gooding. Declo will be at Wendell. Firth goes up against Chalice McKay. Coeur d'Alene is at Lake City. Post Falls meets up with Lewiston. Prairie and Clearwater Valley will get together. It'll be New Plymouth at Coal Valley Christian. North Star Christian goes to Melba. Parma will be at Payette. Genesee is at Troy. And McCall Donnelly goes to Weiser. And that's your look at the other games. We hope we got them all. The other games around the state going on today. Brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by and see how much you can save at Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. And, of course, here at Tony Hansen Field, it's the Preston Indians and the Century Diamondbacks in an elimination game. The winner goes on to play Pocatello. The loser has their season come to an end here today. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening pitch for today's game, Preston and Century here at Tony Hansen Field on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
We
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written consent of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome back here to Tony Hansen Field, as it's just about time to play ball here today, as the Indians will go up against the Century Diamondbacks. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. First for the Diamondbacks today, they'll lead off with Elias Blackhawk, and he will do the pitching today. It'll be Gavin Flynn batting second. He'll play shortstop. Jackson Zaccardi will hit third and play at first base. Jack Maddox is the catcher. He'll hit in the 4 spot. Dax Paulson is the center fielder, and he'll hit fifth. Ben Cook will hit 6. He's over in left field. Cooper Snyder is the right fielder. He will hit in the 7th spot. C.J. Short is the third baseman. He'll hit 8th. And Hiram Curtis will be at second base, and he will hit number 9 today for the Diamondbacks. For the Indians, they'll line up this way with Austin Gleed leading off, and he also will be on the mound today for the Indians. Clayton Hobbs will hit second in center field. Connor Thompson is the shortstop today, and he'll hit third. Cade Oxborough will hit fourth. He'll play in left field. Xavier Mendoza is the third baseman, hitting fifth. Jackson Merrill to be the DH this afternoon. He'll hit in the 6th spot. Eli Hammonds at second base. He'll hit 7th. Jansen Hollingsworth is behind the plate today for the Indians. He'll hit 8th. And Ezra Benavides will hit 9th. He'll be at first base. And the flex player in right field today for the Indians will be Davin Pitcher for Preston. It is a cloudy, cool day, windy, 45 degrees under mostly cloudy skies here as we get ready to start the ball game. And hopefully the wind will keep pushing all the clouds basically to the east. If you look out over left field, you can see a line of storm clouds and raining presently off in the distance between headed over the mountains, headed towards Soda Springs, and that line of storms goes back all the way just about to Pocatello. So hopefully the wind will keep the rain off to the east, and we'll be able to get the game in without any problems here today. So as Elias Blackhawk walks to home plate, we are ready to go here at Tony Hansen Field in Game 3 of the district tournament. It is an elimination game today, so loser goes home, and the winner goes on to play Pocatello tomorrow, hopefully, if the rain stays away. As Gleed winds and comes home, first pitch breaking ball over for a strike, and the first pitch today at 4 o'clock straight up. So 0-1, they count on Blackhawk. As the next pitch to Elias is hit foul along the right field side. Pitcher coming over, but he's going to run out of room. And it's 0-2 on Elias Blackhawk. For Blackhawk, hitting .438 on the year, still hitting very well. Was 1 for 2 in the first game of the tournament, with including a double. Hits a ground ball to short, picked up there by Thompson, throws across in time for the out.
Thompson makes the play to first for the first.
So 1 out. Now here's Gavin Flynn. Flynn, who's the shortstop today, played third base in Game 1 last Friday. Gavin was 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs in that game, as the pitch from Gleed over for a strike. In talking with Sean Thompson, he was very hopeful to get another outstanding effort from his starting pitchers today. Another ground ball to short. Thompson again has that near the bag. Same result, a 6-3 ground out for 2 outs. And that'll bring up Jackson Zaccardi. They got a complete game in Game 1 from Eli Hammonds, and before the roof fell in on the Indians in the 7th inning the other day, Cade Oxborough had gone 6 1/3 before giving way to Thompson, and but it was still another good start by the Preston Indians. The first pitch to Zaccardi is over for a strike. Zaccardi starts play today hitting .246. And has 5 hits over the last 5 games combined. And the 0-1 pitch over for a strike. And Austin Gleed jumps in front. No balls and 2 strikes. Gleed comes home again. The 0-2 pitch hit off the end of the bat. Little roller toward Hammonds at second. He'll flip it over to Benavides. And Austin Gleed, well, he kind of punches the clock here in the top of the first inning as he's able to put the Diamondbacks out in order here after a half inning of play. We'll go to the bottom of the first after a half. It's on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. It's the Diamondbacks 0 and the Preston Indians coming to bat to face Eli Blackhawk. It's coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and West Side activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Half inning in the book. We go to the bottom of the first inning scoreless here this afternoon as the Indians come up here for the first time to face Elias Blackhawk. For Preston, they didn't have a whole lot of hits combined in the game on Saturday, but they made the most of what they had, helped along by Pocatello, who committed 6 errors in the game. And for Preston, it led out to a 6-0 lead, only to eventually see that lead fade away in the bottom of the 7th inning, but they'll try to be offensively more like what they were able to in Game 1 of the series when they put up 10 runs against the Diamondbacks. So here's Glee to lead it off against Blackhawk. First pitch breaking ball is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Gleed hitting .460 on the year, was 2 for 4 in the game at Pocatello, and gets jammed and hits it foul in foul territory on the first base side, and it's Zaccardi to be able to gather that one in for the first out. So far, it's been very dominant by the pitchers over the first 4 outs. That'll bring up Clayton Hobbs. Hobbs playing his usual center field spot today for Preston. He had 1 hit in the game here on Friday. As the first pitch up high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. For Hobbs, 4 hits and 11 at-bats on the year against Century. And the 1-0 pitch is hit foul back into the screen, and it's a ball and a strike. Hobbs has hit in 4 straight, 7 of the last 8 overall. He had a 5-game hitting streak snapped earlier this year in the first game of a doubleheader, in the first game of the series against Century this year. It's a breaking pitch over for a strike, and it's now 1-2. Blackhawk working in a hurry, comes right back with a 1-2 pitch, gets him to roll over on one, hits it down to Zaccardi at first base, and Jackson carries it to the bag himself, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Today's game brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700. So here's Connor Thompson. Thompson, the shortstop today, with Austin Gleed on the bump for the Indians. And the first pitch misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Thompson will be the first guy to tell you that he should have had that ground ball that ran up his arm and could have been a double play that could have possibly ended the game the other day at Pocatello, but he wasn't able to come up with it. Jumps out ahead here in front of Blackhawk, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's 2-1. He was 1 for 3 on Saturday with 3 RBIs in Pocatello as he pokes one foul up along the first base side. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count on Thompson. He leads the team in hitting at .475. He has 27 hits in 56 at-bats. 14 of those have gone for extra bases. Here's the 2-2. It's up high, runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. For Thompson, 7 hits in 14 at-bats against Century this year as the pitch is rolled foul and stays full at 3-2. Glad to have you with us. If you're not out here at the ballpark, well, pull up the computer, turn on the radio, whatever the case might be, grab something warm and enjoy the afternoon with us here from Thompson Field as that ball's hit to center, and that's going to fall in front of the center fielder as Thompson has a 2-out hit. That's the first hit of the game for either side. So with 2 outs and a man aboard, that will bring up Cade Oxborough here for the first time. Oxborough, who was the starting pitcher, of course, at Pocatello on Saturday and worked into the 7th inning and turned in a heck of an effort as that pitch is over for a strike to Cade, and it's no balls and 1 strike. For Oxborough, who had nothing to do with the final outcome, he went 6 1/3 and gave up 5 runs on 7 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 2. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, he's late on a pitch from Blackhawk, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Thompson over at first and 2 outs. 0-2 the count on Oxborough. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. There goes the runner. The breaking ball is down and away. The throw through is not in time. So Thompson able to steal second base with 2 outs. And it's now 1-2 on Cade Oxborough. Blackhawk ready again. Now the 1-2 offering is way outside with a breaking ball that kind of just rolled out of his hand, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flynn trying to sneak in behind Thompson at second base a little bit and comes home. The next pitch is swung on and missed, and Oxborough goes down on strikes. No runs, a hit, and 1 left for the Indians, and we're done with an inning here this afternoon. We'll go to the second. After 1, it's no score between the Indians and the Diamondbacks on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Today's game brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. No score in the game as we go here to the top of the second inning. As Maddox at the plate takes the first pitch down low. Maddox followed by Dax Paulson and Ben Call due up here in the top of inning number 2. As the next pitch misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. A couple of the Indians, boy, they're dressed like they're ready to go out to a Chicago Bear football game today. They got the balaclava on. They're wearing jackets even though they're on the field as Gleed falls behind 3-0. And the 3-1 pitch is down low, ball 4. And Maddox draws a walk, and that's the first base runner this afternoon for the Diamondbacks. So a leadoff walk, and now here is Dax Paulson. Paulson, who always is a solid center fielder, between Hobbs for the Indians and Paulson for the Diamondbacks, you're going to get very good center field play from either side. As the pitch home from Gleed is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Paulson drew the caller in the first game. He went 0 for 4. In fact, he has just 2 hits in the last 15 trips to the plate over the last 6 games. So he's a little bit of a slump here at the end of the year. There goes the runner. The pitch in the dirt bounces away from Hollingsworth. He can't find it, and there goes Maddox. He's going to try to go to third, and he make it.
Maddox reaches third on the pass ball.
It'll be a stolen base to give him second base because he was running on the pitch, and then the pass ball will allow him to get to third. So he's standing over at third, nobody out, as the 1-1 pitch is up high to Paulson, and it's 2 balls and a strike. And just like that, he has a chance to pick up a run here early on for the Diamondbacks. The next pitch, hit the air to center. That should get the run home. Hobbs has to go back a few steps. Tagging and coming home is Maddox, and he'll make it pretty much without a play on the scoring fly ball by Paulson, and it's 1-0 Century. So that's the first out of the inning as Maddox comes home. So 1 out, bases empty, and now Ben Call will come up for the first time here this afternoon. So a productive at-bat for Paulson to pick up the run. First pitch to Call, misses down low. Next pitch, fastball is over for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on the left fielder today for the Century Diamondbacks. The 1-1 hit foul off the first base side, and it's 1-2. Call hitting .254 on the year, has 3 multi-hit games out of the last 5. So he's starting to have his bat just kind of warm up some as he bangs that one into right center field. That's going to be in for a hit. Pitcher over to get it. He'll get it back in and Call to a single. That's the first hit of the game today for the Diamondbacks, who lead 1-0 here in the top of the second inning.
Coming to the plate, Cooper Snyder, the right fielder.
So here's Cooper Snyder. He's the right fielder today. As they throw over to first base and hopping back on the bag over there. Is the first runner at first base Call as the next pitch to Snyder. That misses down low. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Snyder, who hasn't played a whole lot this year. In fact, he has only 17 official at-bats. And he has 1 hit in those 17 at-bats. So he comes in with a batting average that looks a lot more like a bingo number at .095. Lead falls behind, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch, again in the dirt. And runs to check that. Two balls, no strikes. So 2-0 the count on Snyder. Lead ready again, comes home, goes back to that breaking ball, and it's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Lead, who's a handy guy to have around, he's a good second, third starter on the team. Also plays a very good shortstop, and he's a number 2 batter on the team as well. As that pitch is in the dirt, that's going to bounce away as Call will be credited with a stolen base as he was running on the pitch. So Call moves into scoring position, and now Hollingsworth is going to carry the ball back out and talk to Austin Gleed. If there's a knock on Gleed, is he falls in love with the breaking ball. He likes to throw it too much instead of being aggressive. He's much more successful when he remains aggressive and throws hard. That pitch is upstairs. It's a bunt past the pitcher as Thompson can't field it, and that's going to be an infield hit.
Infield hit for...
So Snyder with a bunt single. As going to third is Call. He'll stay there, and with one out, there's runners at the corners. The bunt was hard, and when he got it past the mound, when Gleed couldn't make the play, it was pretty much Katie barred the door because there's no way that Thompson was going to come in fast enough and make the play from playing deep at shortstop. So with runners at the corners, here is C.J. Short up there for the first time. As the first pitch, he goes back to the fastball, and running with second base open, Snyder will be allowed to steal the bag on it without a play. So runners now at second and third, and the pitch to Short is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. There's a rule in the rule book a lot of people don't know about. It's called defensive indifference. As a ground ball back to the mound, they got the runner hung up. Gleed goes back to third as Zabe Mendoza will run him back, throws to Hollingsworth, who makes the tag. And a good job as they not only get the out, but they keep Snyder at second base as well. So Short reaches on the fielder's choice, and Call is out 1-5-2 as he's tagged out trying to come home. That's the second out of the inning. So here is Hiram Curtis, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. And what defensive indifference basically says is if the defensive team allows the runner to, say, take a base or take an extra base without really defending it, that sometimes the official scorer can rule defensive indifference, and he doesn't get credited for a stolen base, for example. Had somebody ask me on Saturday why it's not defensive indifference when they allow the runner at first to steal second base when there's a runner at third. That one's lined into right field. That'll be a base hit. Nope, foul ball. What do we got? We got a no pitch. As they gave the runner second base. They must have called a balk, I guess. As I thought the runner was already at third. So they give Snyder third base, yeah, and Short goes to second. So they call a balk on Austin Gleed. So runners now at second and third. As the pitch, so no pitch was the count to Curtis, who now hits it foul, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So somebody asked me if they let the guy steal second base and don't make a play on him, why it's not defensive indifference and why they give him a stolen base. The fact of the matter is, if they hold the runner at first base, it's not defensive indifference. As a ground ball to the right side, as picking it up is Hammonds, throws it over to first in time for the third out of the inning, and the Diamondbacks leave 2 on in the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, a couple men left. As Century gets on the board, we're done with an inning and a half here this afternoon. We'll go to the bottom of the second after 1.5 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. It is Century 1 and the Preston Indians coming up here in the bottom of the second inning on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Preston trails 1-0 as we go here to the bottom of inning number 2. And here for Preston coming up in the bottom of the second inning, it'll be Xavier Mendoza, Jackson Merrill, and Eli Hammonds due up here. So here's Mendoza to face Eli Blackhawk. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. One thing for sure about Blackhawk, he's a heck of an athlete. We've seen him football, basketball, baseball, and he's very good at everything he does. A little fly ball along the right field line. It's going to fall fair as the second baseman tried to come over and make the play, but the second baseman, Hiram Curtis, just couldn't quite get there in time, and that ball fell just inside the right field line. So it'll be a little flare hit for Mendoza. His first hit of the game. Now here's Jackson Merrill. Mendoza with a small lead over at first base. He's not really a big threat to run. As now they got him picked off as the bunt was bunted through, and then they had him hung out to dry, and he's able to beat the throw into second base.
Xavier Mendoza makes it to second on the steal.
Technically, it'll be a stolen base. So Merrill at the plate. You're going to call that first pitch a strike as he bunted through it, so it's 0-1 with a runner at second base. Merrill hitting .273 on the year as he's letting him swing away this time. Takes the breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 1-1. He was 0 for 3 the other day against Pocatello, although he was hit by a pitch and scored a run. And he has 5 hits and 12 at-bats on the year here against Century. The 1-1. Kind of bends him backwards, and it's 2 balls and a strike as the pitch was up and in. Merrill's another one of those guys who's finding it tough to get on base here in the latter part of the year, as he's actually hitless in the last 5 games in which he's played. As that pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-2. 1-0 Century, bottom of the second. Man at second base for the Indians is Xavier Mendoza. Then the pitch is inside and hits him. So Merrill's going to head down to first base after being hit.
Coming to the plate, Eli Hammonds.
Now it'll bring up Eli Hammonds. Hammonds, a .312 hitter on the year, has 13 hits and 44 at-bats. Came off a tough series against Century as the pitch is down low and the throw through, and it's not in time as Mendoza just does get back into second base. He had just 3 hits and 15 at-bats this year against Century. No balls and a strike. As Century kind of cheats up at the corners expecting bunt, Hammond shows bunt and pushes it foul over on the third base side, and it's 0-2. Today's game brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Remember, you can save 10% when you use the code KACH10 for your 10% off regularly priced items. And shop online at butterflyexpress.shop. The 0-2 pitch to Hammonds. Hit along the right field line, coming over is Snyder. He's there near the line. He'll make the catch there, as not hit deep enough for any of the runners for the Indians to advance. So Hammonds flies out to right. That's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jason Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth has had a pretty good year the first year on the varsity club. 364 batting average, has 9 RBIs. Had a pair of hits at Pocatello on Saturday. Hits a ground ball to short. They got to force it third, and they get the out there. So the shortstop, Flynn, threw it over to short, CJ Short, over at third base, as they get the force out on Mendoza. 6-5, I should say, for the second out, as Hollingsworth reaches on the fielder's choice, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, Ezra Benavides. As we'll get a courtesy runner over at first base, as get Hollingsworth a chance to get in, get the gear put back on for the third inning when Preston comes back out on defense. So here's Benavides. Benavides, who had a pair of hits and 4 at-bats against Pocatello on Saturday and drove in 2 of the 6 runs, as he takes the first pitch high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Runners at first and second for the Indians as Benavides hits one foul, as Blackhawk able to come in and bust one in on his hands. Just kind of fought it off and hit it off the right field side, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Benavides joined the varsity team right at the beginning of the Century Series as he drives one into center field. That's a base hit. Turning third and coming home is Merrill as he, thinks better of it and goes back. And Preston has the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the inning.
A single for Benavides.
So Benavides singles, second hit of the inning for the Indians. And back to the top of the order now, and Austin Gleed with 2 outs and the bases full. So it gives Gleed a chance to come up and help himself out here. As time called for a minute, gives Zaccardi a chance to cinch up a shoelace over there at first base. So with 2 outs, the Diamondbacks will play the infield back. Blackhawk will go back to working out of the windup to Gleed. And the first pitch to Austin is up high, and it's ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Mendoza at third, Merrill's at second. I take that back. Merrill's at third, I should say. Hollingsworth at second, and Benavides over at first. And Blackhawk's going to back off before coming home with a 1 ball count on Austin Gleed. Gleed fouled out his first time up. He was having a very good year in his senior season. As the pitch home to Austin, again misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Austin's hitting .460 this year. Last year as a junior, he hit .409. And his sophomore year, a couple of years ago, he hit .413. So he's been over the 400 threshold in every season that he's played at the varsity level. As that pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 2-1. He had 28 hits his sophomore year. He has 27 this year. And I'm sure he'd love to get his 28th right here and pick up a couple of RBIs, as that breaking ball is on the inside half. And it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 on Gleed with 2 outs. Blackhawks 2-2 pitch. Slap foul off the right field side. Those storm clouds now starting to gather off beyond center field and right field now. You can see there's still dropping rain, but none here at the ballpark. Is actually the field itself is still under pretty good sunshine. The 2-2 pitch is lined right at Zaccardi at first base. So Blackhawk dodges a bullet, leaves the bases loaded here in the bottom of the second inning as Gleed lines out for the third out in the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and Preston leaves the bases loaded as they tippy-toe through the bottom of the second inning. We'll go to the third after an inning After 2 innings, I should say, here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, it's Century 1 and the Preston Indians nothing on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Leading off in the top of the third inning.
Well, we go here to the third. 1-0.
Leadoff hitter.
Pocatello on top. As the Diamondbacks start from the top of the orders, it's Eli Blackhawk, followed by Gavin Flynn, and then Jackson Zaccardi. And the first pitch from Gleed, a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. His 0-1 offering is too far in and actually hits him up around the right forearm as Blackhawk hit by a pitch, and he'll head down to first base. That's the second inning in 3 innings now today that Austin Gleed has allowed the leadoff man to reach base without having to put a ball into play. Hit by a pitch, and then back in the second inning, he walked Maddox to lead off the inning. As here's Flynn, hits the first pitch foul over by the first base dugout, and it's 0-1. Today's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837 as Gleed goes back to first base and Blackhawk hops back on the bag. Austin must be feeling a little bit better, getting the juices running through his bodies a little bit as he's shedded the jacket. As now he's out there in his bare arms, pitches high, the throw through is in time to get Blackhawk. The throw from Hollingsworth was on a bounce, but a nice play by Thompson, able to field it and make the tag on Blackhawk sliding by. So caught stealing, 2-6, that's the first out. And the count, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Flynn. As Flynn hits a little dunker towards center field, and it's going to fall in front of Hobbs. So he got it off the end of the bat. Hobbs couldn't quite get there in time, and Flynn has his first hit.
Flynn,
as he's able to advance to second base.
Advances to second.
So with
Jackson
1 out,
Zaccardi
Flynn will be at second base. Now here's Jackson Zaccardi, who grounded out his first time up. So second hit of the game for the Diamondbacks. As coming home, the first pitch is hit foul off the handle, the bottle cap, what the kids used to call it, of the bat for Zaccardi, and it rolled foul. So here's Zaccardi 0 for 1 on the day. Century leads 1-0. Here's we play in the third. The winner goes to Pocatello tomorrow. Breaking ball is over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Now the umpire corrects the scoreboard and says it's 1-1. As the next pitch swung on and missed. Now it's 1-2 as Zaccardi tried to really turn on one and came up empty with the swing. See, now here's the Preston coaching staff is coming out. Remember the first pitch we said that was off the bottle cap of the bat? The umpire went back and changed it to a ball, and now the Preston bench wants to know why that's not a strikeout after he swung through the next pitch. Because when the ball went to the backstop, the umpire stopped play. Foul ball by putting his hands up. It wasn't a ball at all. It should have been a live ball if that was the case. But the umpire said no, but he's not going to allow it as he hits a ground ball to second, and it's going to go right by Hammonds out into right center field as the throw will come to the plate, not in time. The throw back to second base is also not in time. So it's an RBI hit for Zaccardi.
RBI single for Zaccardi.
As he drives in the run, and it's 2-0 as Flynn able to come home. So a questionable call by the umpire certainly just cost the Indians a run. And it's 2-0. See, if it wasn't a foul ball, there was no reason to stop play or call timeout or signal a dead ball. So he had to. The original call for him to stop play would have had to have been a foul ball, which would have made that swing that he missed on would have made it a third strike call. But the umpire, for whatever reason, backpedaled on his original call, and it cost the Indians a run. As here's Maddox, he hits one to center. As going back is, nope, it's going to fall as Hammonds couldn't get to it, and that's going to allow Zaccardi to come in and score, and it's 3-0.
Jack Maddox with a single and an RBI.
So Maddox able to dunk one just out of the reach of Eli Hammonds. That's 2 runs in the inning, and it's 3-0. Now here is Dax Paulson. Paulson with a scoring fly ball, his first time up. First pitch to Paulson is on the outside corner for a called strike. So 1 out in the inning. A hit batter and 3 singles produces a couple of runs here for the Diamondbacks. It's now 3-0. As the breaking ball is over for a strike, and it's 0-2. So runner at first is Maddox. Small lead over there. Leads 0-2 offering. Hit in the air behind first. As going back as heck of a play by Benavidez to make the over-the-shoulder catch. As Ezra Benavidez with a heck of a play. That's the second out. And now with 2 outs and a runner at first base, here's Ben Call.
Ben Call now the batter.
Call, who had the first hit for the Diamondbacks, one of 2 hits they had back in the second inning. They now have 4 overall on the game, so here is Call. And the first pitch, again, hit foul off the end of the bat over on the first base side and well out of play, and it's 0-1. That hit that Call had his first time up, his 6th of the year against the Indians. He's 6 for 15 as they go to first base. And back to the bag over there is Maddox diving back in. Outfield for the Indians, fairly straight away. Hobbs playing shallower than the other 2 outfielders as that pitch over for a strike. Oxborough playing the deepest of the 3 on the pull side of the outfield over in left field, and he's playing well off the line. Runner bluffs at first base as the breaking pitch again misses inside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's just kind of a show-me breaking pitch to Call with Gleed ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes, but you don't want to hang that thing out over the plate. Here's the 1-2 with the runner going. Pitch hit in the air, foul off the first base side, and everybody will come back, and it's 2-2. Today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car or truck running strong. Drop in and find out for yourself at 17 South State Street in Preston. So stays at a ball and 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch again hit foul back into the screen. Call, as we mentioned, his bat's starting to warm up with 3 multi-hit games over the last 5 games in which he has played, as he lines that one at Hammonds at second base. So Hammonds takes a couple of steps over to his right and able to make the catch, but Century adds a couple of runs on 2 hits, and they leave 1 on base here in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third after 2.5 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. It's now Century 3 and Preston nothing on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
So 3-0 Century as we go along here to the third inning, as the Indians have some work to do offensively. And they'll do it here in the third inning with Clayton Hobbs, Connor Thompson, and Cade Oxborough, 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Blackhawk works out of the stretch even though the bases are empty, and the first pitch is a breaking ball to Hobbs, and it's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Clayton grounded out to first his first time up, hits another one on 2 hops. It's Zaccardi who goes down to both knees and stop it like a hockey goaltender, and then get back to his feet and carry it to the bag. So 1 out as Hobbs again grounds out to the first baseman. And now here's Connor Thompson, who singled in the first inning and got the Indians' first hit of the game. So here is Connor, the leading hitter on the team. As they pitch home, hit foul off the first base side. Thompson with 1 hit in his first at-bat. He has a total of 7 multi-hit games on the year, which leads the team. Austin Gleed has 6 multi-hit games on the season. As the 1-1 pitch comes home, that's rolled foul over on the third base side, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 on Thompson. 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 3. Blackhawks 1-2 on the way. Misses down and away, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of room in right center field as Snyder plays deep and near the line. Thompson likes to go that way normally anyway. Out into the right center field gap as the pitch again misses down low and rolls to the backstop. And it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2. Blackhawk with a new ball comes home with a 3-2 offering. As Thompson pops it up back here foul, it's going to land right in front of us. And the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. As again, the 3-2 pitch on the way, a little roller to third as Short hangs with it and throws it across in time for the out. That ball didn't bounce nearly as high as Short was anticipating. Had some overspin on it, and he had to reach down and play it down by his knee. He was set to expect the ball up around the hip level, but he's able to go down and get it and make the play across. 2 up, 2 down for the Indians here in the third. And now here's Cade Oxborough, who is a strikeout victim his first time up. In fact, that's the only strikeout of the game so far for Elias Blackhawk, as the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1 here on Oxborough. The 0-1 from Blackhawk. Again, this one stays high, and it's a ball and a strike. Oxborough's a pretty good first baseman, but if you ask me, I think he's shown his value to the team, being in left field on and off over the last 5 or 6 games. As that pitch half swing, he goes too far, and it's 1-2. As he's able to show he can cover the ground, has a pretty good arm, and certainly being left-handed, when you stick him in left field, it gives him a little bit more of a chance to cut off balls hit into the gap going into left center. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he strikes out for the second time today. Elias Blackhawk sets the side down in order as the Indians go out 1-2-3, and we are done with 3. Through 3 innings on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard, it's the Century Diamondbacks 3 and the Indians nothing on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And we move along here to inning number 4 as Pocatello, or I should say Century rather, with a 3-0 lead. And it'll be the bottom third of the order due up here for the Diamondbacks as Cooper Snyder leads it off. As the first pitch bounces up there and goes to the backstop, ball 1. Snyder, Short, and Curtis due up. Snyder with a hit in his first at-bat. Only his second hit of the year as he rolls that one foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Diamondbacks. No runs, 3 hits for the Indians. Neither side has committed an error so far. As that pitch is up high. 2 balls and a strike. Here to Cooper Snyder to lead off in the top of inning number 4. Next pitch home. Fastball is on the outside edge. Nice pitch from Gleed. As it's now 2-2. Goes right back out there again, and Snyder just pokes one off the end of the bat, and it bounces fair. Then it bounces behind pitcher as it takes a weird hop, and Snyder's going to go to second base.
Snyder reaches second on a single.
So Snyder goes to second base as the ball takes a funny hop and bounces behind pitcher in right field. So the leadoff man is aboard.
CJ Short.
Hit number 5 on the day for Century. And now here is CJ Short, a chance to move him up. Short reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Today's game brought to you by Puppy Steps Training. It's an 8-week board and train program designed to give your puppy a head start in life. Wouldn't your dog and your life be better with a well-trained dog from Puppy Steps Training? First pitch to Short. He makes a bunt attempt at it. It'll cost him a strike, and it's 0-1. So 1 out, top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Century. As Eli Blackhawk has handled the Indians so far, as the infield's kind of jogging around, trying to sneak in behind Snyder to keep him close at second base. As the pitch is down low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. In this situation last year, Preston beat Century and eliminated them, ended their season on a weird game that went back and forth here as that pitch is behind short, goes to the backstop, and there goes Snyder for third. So a very wild pitch as it goes behind the hitter, and Snyder ends up at third base now with nobody out. And Short ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Lead ready again, and that is off the outside edge. It runs the count to 3 balls and 1 strike now here on C.J. Short. Preston can't afford to fall any farther behind, so they bring the infield up as the pitch to Short swung on and missed. So 3-2 here on C.J. Short. Short hitting just a $143 on the year, and Gleed coming home. Fastball is hit, but it's off the glove of Benavidez and rolls out into right field, and it's going to get the run home. And Short has his first hit of the game as he drives in the run to make it 4-0. So a run on 2 hits here in the inning for the Diamondbacks, who now lead 4-0. And the number 9 hitter is Hiram Curtis, who's 0 for 1. And the first pitch, as Gleed kind of turns it over and runs away from him, and Curtis comes up empty, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Preston had 3 double plays in the game on Saturday at Pocatello, and this would be a great spot to get one right here if they can get a ground ball, as that pitch misses outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield kind of plays at double play depth, as that's a roller foul over by the first base dugout, and it's going to be 1-2. Thompson plays fairly shallow at the shortstop spot, as that ball again rolled foul over on the first base side. Hammond's playing deep at the cut of the grass, or what normally would be the cut of the grass if there was an outfield delineation between the infield and the outfield. The 1-2 pitch again to Short, hit in the air, right field. That's right where pitcher hangs out. He's got it. That's the first out of the inning. So 1 out. It's back to the top of the order. And once again, here's Elias Blackhawk.
Now batting, Elias Blackhawk.
Blackhawk, who's grounded out and was hit by a pitch. 0 for 1 officially on the day. Thompson now backs up a little bit at the shortstop spot with a right-handed hitting Blackhawk at the plate as the first pitch misses down low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. They get a ground ball and a potential double play out of Blackhawk. You're living right. The way he runs, he is very quick going up the line. Here's the 1-0. That pitch, a breaking ball, that's over, and it's 1-1. Preston outfield pretty much straight away, with the exception of Oxborough, who again plays well over into the gap in left center. As there goes the runner, and he'll be able to steal second base as Short swipes second. And the double play possibility for the Indians now goes away. As the pitch was down low, ball 2, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Blackhawk. He scalds one toward the right field corner and is going to be in. Here comes Short to third. He's going to head home, and Blackhawk's going to third as well, and he'll be in there standing with an RBI triple.
Blackhawk with the triple.
And it's 5-0.
Now batting Gavin Flynn.
So back-to-back 2-run innings for the Diamondbacks. A pair of extra base hits here in the inning, and Sean Thompson is going to go out to the mound. We'll remind you that today's game is brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. As next time you're out there for lunch, pick up some of their world-class jerky or order it online at papajs.com. So it looks like a pitching change coming up here for the Indians. We'll take a timeout. We'll tell you who the new pitcher coming in will be right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
New pitcher for the Indians is Connor Thompson, as the first pitch home to Gavin Flynn is hit foul off the first base side, and it's 0-1. So Thompson comes in to replace Gleed. And a ground ball, again, hit toward Hammonds, knocks it down. He'll flip it to first, but that's going to allow the run to come in, and it's 6-0. So Flynn grounds out 4-3, but picks up an RBI in the process. And it's another run home here for the Diamondbacks. 3 runs home here in the inning, and they've opened the lead up to 6-0. Now here's Jackson Zaccardi, as Zaccardi takes a first pitch breaking ball down low. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. So next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. So Preston needs to kind of turn the trick. Check that. No balls and 2 strikes, says the home plate umpire. Preston will have to kind of come back and see if they can turn the trick that Pocatello did to them as they trail by 6 runs. As the pitch to Zaccardi, he is out on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. But not before the Diamondbacks get 3 in the inning on 3 hits, and they leave nobody on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning after 3.5. As Century opens up a bigger lead now as they lead it by the score of 6-0 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com. Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, bottom of the 4th inning as the first pitch to Xavier Mendoza misses down low, ball 1. It's Mendoza, Merrill, and Hammonds due up for the Indians, as Mendoza hits the next pitch foul, and it's 1-1 strike. So for the Indians, now trailing 6-0, and for them, they must be like deja vu all over again. As the next pitch bounces up there and goes to 2-1, as they find themselves now in the same hole that Pocatello was in on Saturday, and now Preston has to try to find a way out, much like the Thunder had to when they came back to win the game 7-6, as that pitch over for a strike again on a big overhand curveball from Blackhawk, and it's now 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Good fastball from Blackhawk, and Zabian's out of there as he goes down on strikes.
Jackson Merrill now the batter.
So that'll bring up Jackson Merrill, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. That's 3 strikeouts in the game for Blackhawk. So here's Merrill, as Blackhawk ready, comes right back. Fastball this time misses high, and it's 1 and no strikes. The girls' softball team is, trying to get their district tournament started. They were supposed to play yesterday as well, as that pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1 strike. The rains yesterday that affected us here also affected things over in Pocatello, as that pitch is trying to see if the umpire is going to call that a strike, because I thought I hit the bat, but I guess he did. So count now 1-2. Blackhawks 1-2 delivery. It's swung on and missed. Now it's 1 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch is high, 2-2. Anyway, for the Lady Indians, the softball team, they were supposed to play today, but had games canceled because of the rains yesterday. The field's still not playable at OK Call Park in Pocatello, where the Pocatello Thunder play their home games, as that pitch over for a strike again, and it's now 2-2. They had a scheduled off day tomorrow anyway, so they're hoping that the fields will be dry enough to where they can get on the field on Thursday, as the pitch to Merrill is swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the inning. And that is 6 in a row put down now by Elias Blackhawk. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Eli Hammonds, who flew out his first time up. So Blackhawk ready and comes home. The first pitch is hit to center, as up on the ball quickly comes Paulson. He's there and makes the catch. And for the second inning in a row, the Preston Indians roll over and go out 1-2-3. We're done with 4 here at the ballpark, as through 4 innings, Century leads by a score of 6-0 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, as we'll move along to the 5th on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Top of inning number 5 as Maddox leads it off here and drives one to center field. Hobbs has to go back and he can't make the play. Has to chase it out near the 380 mark and fire it back in, and Maddox has the leadoff double.
A double for Maddox.
That's hit number 8 for the Diamondbacks.
Dax Paulson now the batter.
And Dax Paulson will come up. With nobody out, leadoff man aboard here in the top of inning number 5, as the first pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike. So that's 4 innings in a row now. The Diamondbacks have had the leadoff man on, as that pitch misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And of those leadoff men that have gotten on out of the previous 3 innings, the only one that didn't score was Elias Blackhawk, as the 1-1 pitch misses inside. The only one that didn't score was Elias Blackhawk because he was thrown out trying to steal second base. Otherwise, he would have come home on the single by Gavin Flynn and made an even a bigger lead, as the pitch again misses upstairs, ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Thompson's 3-0 pitch is swung on and missed, and it's now 3-2. So here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. Half swing, goes too far. Ball in the dirt. They'll have to record the out at first base, and there goes Max for third on a very alert play by the Century catcher who was out there at second base. So Maddox is out on the strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. And then Maddox takes third base on the throw over to third base. So now here is Ben Call, who's 1 for 2, singled. And he's also lined out. And the pitch is off the glove, and here comes the run home to make it 7-0. So the pitch goes off the glove of Hollingsworth as it goes to the backstop. And once again, there's that leadoff man coming home to score in an inning for the Diamondbacks, and it's 7-0. So the base is empty, and the pitch to Call is upstairs. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch again hit foul back into the screen. It's 2-1. Got a few games underway already in the big leagues, as the pitch again misses inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. They're in the 3rd inning in Cleveland, where the Guardians have a 7-5 lead over the Tigers. As the pitch swung on and missed, it's 2-2. 3rd inning in Cincinnati, the Reds and the Diamondbacks are scoreless. Philadelphia leads Toronto at home 1-0 as they play there in the bottom of the 2nd inning. As the next pitch on the 3-2 is down low, ball 4, and Ben Call draws a walk. First walk allowed by Thompson, 2nd walk overall on the day. And now here's Cooper Snyder. Snyder has turned out to be the most dangerous guy in the lineup so far today. He has a pair of hits, has a pitch in the dirt, and heading down to second base is Call, although he stumbled on the way and almost ended up on his as he pulls into second base. Almost ended up sprawled out in the grass as the pitch is inside again. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Snyder singled, doubled, scored a run. Remember, they only had 1 hit on the year coming into the ball game today, and he has 2 here today as the 2-0 pitch on the corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Angels are in Pittsburgh as Snyder again hits the ball foul back into the screen. The count evens at 2-2. Just underway there at PNC Park. No score in the 1st inning. Next pitch swung on and missed. Good pitch by Thompson came up and in, and Snyder not able to catch up to it. Second strikeout of the inning. And with 2 outs, here's now comes C.J. Short.
C.J. Short.
They're in the second inning in Washington where the Washington leads Baltimore 1-0. Just underway in Tampa Bay. No score between Tampa Bay and the White Sox. First pitch to call, swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. 1 pitch hit right back through the middle, and it's going to find center field. Coming to third is Call, and they're going to hold him there. As Short has his second hit of the day. And now here's the number 9 hitter, Hiram Curtis, who's 0 for 2 so far. Middle of the first inning at the Bronx in New York. Houston gets a run in the top of the first. They lead 1-0. And there was one final already in today as the first pitch to Curtis hit foul off the third base side, and it's 0-1. Texas was in Oakland against the A's and had a game that was scored. It ended up more like a football game as Texas beat Oakland 15-8 today. As they go to first base and hopping back on the bag over there is C.J. Short. So there was 23 runs scored in the game as there goes the runner Short to second base as he'll steal second base without a play. 23 runs scored in the game, and the question is, was there more runs scored or people in the seats? This ball pulled foul, and it's 1-2. I mean, if you watch any of the highlights from games at Oakland, there's more seagulls flying around than anything else. As the folks are in Oakland are still hell-bent not to support the A's in their final year in Oakland before they move to Sacramento for the next few seasons before the ballpark is ready in Las Vegas. Here's the 1-2. Misses well outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Which is a shame because Oakland is off to a really good start this year. They're right at near the top of the American League West. Ball pulled foul down into the right field corner, not a play. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hiram Curtis. He's 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out, and he's also flown out. Infield back for the most part here for the Indians with 2 outs and a chopper right back to Thompson. He'll flip it over to first, and the inning is over, but not before the Century Diamondbacks add another run here in the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, and they leave 1 on base as well. As we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Done with 4.5. It's now Century 7, Preston nothing on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the 5th on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Back to the top of the order for the Century Diamondbacks would be...
So we go to the bottom of the inning, number 5, 7-0 Century on top. And for the Indians, it's 8-9-1. Hollingsworth, Benavides, then back up to the top of the order in Austin Gleed. So we've sang this song before for the Indians. They're running out of outs as the first pitch to Hollingsworth is hit foul, and it's 0-1. They trail by 7, and they're down to their last 9 outs in the game. Hollingsworth reached on a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 1 in the contest as the pitch is a fastball outside corner at the knees, and Blackhawk jumps ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Elias has been very good today. Has allowed 3 hits. He's retired the side in order in each of the last 2 innings and has retired 7 in a row when you go back to the single by Ezra Benavides with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. In fact, Preston has not had a base runner since then as the pitch is over for a strike. Or check that, is up high, I should say. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the curveball. So 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is tapped foul at home plate. Today's game is brought to you by West Motors. Remember, they're the only stop that you need to make for new or used cars in both Preston and in Logan. And by Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce you'll not only find in Preston but in all of the Cache Valley. It's Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Hollingsworth goes down on strikes. 4 strikeouts in the game now for Blackhawk. And that is 8 in a row now, retired by the Century pitcher. And with 1 out, Blackhawk comes back to the plate. First pitch to Ezra's hit foul back into the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Seven nothing Century. Preston, who's had their way with Century over the years, is that pitch over for a strike with a breaking pitch, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Check that. 0-2 is the count, I should say, on Benavides. They fixed the scoreboard. Now it's 2-1. 1-2. My bad. The 1-2 pitch, half swing on the corner, strike 3 called.
Now batting for the Preston Indians.
So a pair of strikeouts for Blackhawk. And there's 2 outs back to the top of the order, and Austin Gleed, who's 0 for 3 today. Preston has beaten Century 18 of the last 23 meetings, going back to 2008. As the first pitch to Gleed is over for a strike. They've beaten him, of course, 3 out of 4 this year. As that pitch misses down low, and it's now 1-2. And Preston has also beaten them in 5 of the last 6 head-to-head. The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air, shallow center. Paulson moves over into right center. And Blackfoot has retired the side in order in 3 innings in a row and has retired the last 10 batters that he has faced. As we're done with 5 innings, as we go to the 6th, 7-0 Century on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard on KACH and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, top of the 6th inning. And Century will start again from the top of the order as Elias Blackhawk, who tripled and scored his last time up and drove in a run, will lead it off. Blackhawk, Flynn, and Zaccardi here in the top of inning number 6. Thompson stays on the mound for the Indians as that pitch down low bounces to the backstop, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0. This is a right-hander. Thompson ready, comes home again. Is that pitch down low again, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. That's a heck of a spot to be dropped into. Now trailing 7-0. Go out and get him, kid, and keep our season alive. That's a big ask as the pitch to Blackhawk is down low, ball 4.
Gavin Flynn, the batter.
So Gavin Flynn will now come back up. Second walk by Thompson, 3rd walk on the day by Preston pitching. Then here's Flynn, who's 1 for 3. He's grounded out twice, singled and scored a run. As that pitch is up high to Flynn, 1 ball and no strikes. Going to go back to first base. And diving back into the bag head first over there is Blackhawk. So the winner of this game gets Pocatello tomorrow afternoon. Back at Hollowell Field in Pocatello is the pitch up high again, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. That is over this time, and it's 2-1. Beating Pocatello in a game head-to-head on their home field, that's a big ask. As that pitch swung out and missed, and it's 2-2. I'm not sure what the breakdown is between games between Century and Pocatello, but I know Preston, obviously, we talked about it the other day. They've had their hands full with Pocatello over the years. As the 2-2 pitch is down low, now we'll count full 3-2. Three-two pitch, hit in the air to right field. Pitcher broke back. Now he's got to come up. He's there to make the play. And that's the first out of the inning as Flynn flies out. So 1 out. And now here's Jackson Zaccardi. Zaccardi's 1 for 3, singled home a run and scored back in that 3rd inning. Other than that, he's grounded out and struck out on the day. And the first pitch to Zaccardi with the runner going is hit foul back into the screen. Today's game is brought to you by the Polar Bear Restaurant. Hey, the Polar Bear's back and better than ever. Stop in for lunch or maybe even after the game tonight. They're on Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. Oh, 0-1 the count on Zaccardi. 1 out here in the top of inning number 6. As Preston trailing 7-0, and the folks who are here have gotten pretty quiet as a pitch hit foul and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Blackhawk over at first as the 0-2 pitch is on the corner, strike 3 called. Good pitch by Thompson on the outside edge at the knees. As he gets Zaccardi looking. Second time Zaccardi is struck out.
Jack Maddox, the batter.
And the 3rd strikeout for Thompson. And now with 2 outs, Here's the catcher, Jack Maddox, who's been on base all 3 times today. Hitting from the left side, there goes Blackhawk, and the pitch is hit foul at home plate. No, or it should say he's swing and miss, as apparently Hollingsworth dropped the ball on the transfer. So they give the stolen base to Blackhawk. He's now at second base. Maddox walked, singled, doubled. He scored twice and now gets hit by the pitch. First hit batter today by Preston pitching. I take that back. It's the second hit batter today by Preston pitching. Lead hit 1. Now Thompson has 1. And now here's the center fielder, Dax Maddox, who's 0 for 2. First pitch to Paulson is rolled into left field. That's a base hit. As turning third and coming home is Blackhawk. He'll make it without a play, and it's 8-0.
RBI single
for Paulson, singles and a run.
Paulson.
Makes it 8-0. That's their first hit of the inning. And once again, allowing those leadoff men to get on base without earning their way on has been the downfall of the Indian pitching staff today. Ground ball to short. Gleed has it, flings it across in time, and the inning is over. So Call grounds out 6-3 for the third out of the inning, but Century adds a run on 1 hit, and they leave a couple of men on base once again here in the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. They add another run. It's now 8-0 Century on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, 8-0 Century as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And here for the Indians, 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Hobbs, Thompson, and Oxborough. Elias Blackhawks retired 10 in a row as we go to work here in the bottom of inning number 6. Hobbs up there lead off. Clayton 0 for 2 today. He's hit a couple little dribblers up along the first base line and takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Hobbs twice today is grounded out to Zaccardi over at first base. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. And with a big lead, Blackhawks just up there just pumping strikes. Just rear back and throw. As Hobbs hits a ball in the air to right field, but Snyder going back in the big ballpark, and it's over his head, and one hops off the fence. Hobbs will pull into second base with his first hit of the game, and that snaps the string of 10 in a row retired by Blackhawk. A leadoff double here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Just the 4th hit of the game for the Indians. So here's Connor Thompson, who has one of those hits back in the 1st inning, a single, as he'll come up to the plate with a runner at second and no outs. Of course, Preston need just a whole truckload of base runners right now as they come up at the corners, expecting Thompson to bunt. Down by 8 in the 8th inning, there's no reason to bunt, as the first pitch is up high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball over for a strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. You would think they would play back at the corners, but they're playing up. They play back just to get an out and not worry about what the runners do. As it's hit off the end of the bat and it skips past Curtis into right field, and they're going to hold the runner at third base. So Thompson kind of hits a cue shot out toward Curtis as it bounced just in front of him. He tried to short hop it, but it must have had some weird English on it as it bounced around him and out into short right field. So runners at the corners and nobody out. And now here is Cade Oxborough. Cade 0 for 2 has struck out twice today. As Blackhawk comes home, the first pitch is a ground ball under the glove of the first baseman, Zaccardi. That'll get a run in, and it's going to get Thompson to third on the RBI single by Cade Oxborough. 3 hits in a row for the Indians. As Hobbs scores, Thompson goes to third.
Number 14, Zabe Mendoza.
And we'll get a runner over at first base here for the Indians. With Zabe Mendoza coming up. Zabe is 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out on the day. They hold the runner over at first, and they go to first, and back in time is Oxborough. Have a runner at third base for Thompson, who's the pitcher in the game, but I'm not sure who it is just yet. Haven't seen a number. As they faked to third, looked to first, and now they got Oxborough picked off. They run him back towards second. Now breaking to come home, and the throw home is not in time. That was Eli Allen running at third base, and he ends up taking home. So Preston has 2 runs here in the inning. And Oxborough ends up with the stolen base on the play, even though they had him out dead to rights on that fake to third, look to first play that never works. Guess I can't say that anymore, can I? And all the time, Mendoza's still waiting at the plate. As the first pitch to Zabe, breaking ball is up high and in. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. So again, Zaccardi starts to sneak in a little bit at first base, expecting a bunt, as the next pitch is swung on and missed. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Two runs home here for the Indians as they get on the board. And it's 8-2. Here in the bottom of inning number 6. As the next pitch again misses. 2 balls and a strike on Mendoza. Oxborough at second. The next pitch swung on and missed. And it's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Just kind of looking just to put the ball in play someplace, really, is Mendoza. As a pitch, a breaking ball in the dirt. Nice save there by Maddox. And the count runs full, 3-2. Just put the ball in play. Good things can happen. Preston with 3 straight hits in the inning have 2 runs. As the pitch to Mendoza is swung on and missed, that's the first out. So Zabe goes down on strikes for the second time today. He's 1 for 3. And now here's Jackson Merrill. Merrill 0 for 1 officially, was hit by a pitch back in the second, and he struck out again in the fourth. So Zaccardi again will move up again at first base. Short playing up at the cut of the grass at third. As again, the first pitch here to Merrill is swung on and missed. A lot of room in the gaps here. As Snyder, the right fielder, really hugs the line over into the right field corner. As that next pitch to Merrill is a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Oxborough with a walking lead away from second base. The breaking ball missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Preston gets off the deck, gets a couple of runs here in the bottom of the 6th, but they still got a lot of work to do to try to get back into this. Next pitch swung on and missed as back-to-back strikeouts by Blackhawk as he blows down Merrill for the second out. And now here is Eli Hammonds, who's 0 for 2, who's flown out to center and to right. So 2 outs in the inning. As Hammonds comes up. Oxborough still at second base. As they sneak in behind him, and now they'll just kind of put a little rotation play on. And Hammond's getting tired of looking at all the commotion behind him, behind the pitcher out there at second base, and asks for and gets timeout. Hammonds had a 3-game hitting streak snapped on Saturday. There goes Oxborough, the third. The throw is on a bounce and not in time. So all that movement behind Cade at second base trying to keep him close, and he says, well, I'm out of here, and I'll steal third base. So he's at third with 2 outs. And an 0-1 count on Eli Hammonds. So he had that 3-game hitting streak snapped. And he's hit in 4 of the last 6 overall. And still looking for his first hit here today as the breaking ball again drops over on the inside half, and it's 0-2. Blackhawk will work out of the stretch, sets at the belt, and the 0-2 pitch to Hammonds is inside and hit him. Or are they going to make him stay there? Nope, they're going to make him stay, saying that he stuck that left arm out and to make the ball hit him on the shoulder. So the breaking pitch that hung inside, and they're going to say that Hammonds was hit by the ball intentionally and failed to get out of the way of it. So they'll call it no pitch and make him stay there and continue to hit. No, it's called a dead ball. No, it'd be a no pitch. So no ball. Now you just put 2-2 up. I'm not sure what the umpire's doing here as they go to third base and Oxborough hops back on the bag. So he showed 0-2 and now comes back and says 2-2. And he still says it's 2-2. So that's what we'll go with. And the pitch home to Hammond, swung on and missed. And after giving up 3 straight hits, Elias Blackhawk comes back and strikes out the next 3 overall. But Preston gets 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning, and they leave Oxborough standing over at third base. Well, we're done with 6. Preston gets on the board, but they still were quite a ways behind and more work to do coming up in the bottom of the 7th inning when they come back up to bat. We're done with 6. It's 8-2. Century leads on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
105.5 FM, KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston proud, Idaho strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we move along here to the top of inning number 7. Preston gets on the board with a couple of runs, but they still trail 8-7 here in the 7th inning. And Jackson Humphreys will lead off as a pinch hitter here for the Diamondbacks as we go to the 7th inning, as he'll come up and hit for the right fielder, Cooper Snyder. Snyder, who was 2 for 3 with a run scored, will now give way here to Jackson Humphreys, who has played 1 game this year against the Indians and was 0 for 2 in that game. So here's the first pitch, breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. As Thompson's still out there for the Indians, fastball swung on and missed again, and he jumps out ahead of Humphreys, no balls and 2 strikes. So it's Humphreys, Short, and Curtis, the bottom third of the order, as the pitch rolled foul outside of third. Today's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. The 0-2. Misses, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Indians would send up Hollingsworth, Benavidez, and then back to the top of the order, and Austin Gleed. As the 1-2 pitch on the inside corner, strike 3 called. Good pitch by Thompson, gets Humphreys looking for the first out. That's 4 strikeouts for Thompson. Now here's the second baseman, C.J. Short, who has a pair of hits today and reached on a fielder's choice, so he's 1 for 2. First pitch to Short, hit foul off the first base side, and it's 0-1. Short, with the 2 hits today that he has, it's just his second multi-hit game of the year. As a breaking ball misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. He just has not driven in a run today of any of the 8 runs scored by the Diamondbacks, as that breaking pitch is outside again, 2-1. And for somebody who was hitting just a 143 at the start of play today, he's had a pretty good day at the plate. As the pitch hit foul, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, got him. Good pitch again by Thompson as he gets Humphreys and Short both looking, and there's 2 outs. So here's Hiram Curtis. Curtis 0 for 3. Grounded out twice and flew out to right. As the first pitch home to Curtis, the pitch hit foul off the third base side. And it's 0-1 here on the second baseman for the Diamondbacks, Curtis. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays well outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking pitch again stays too high this time, and it's 2-1. Little ground ball up along first base as Benavidez will carry it to the bag himself. As that's Oxborough back over playing first base. Either way, Century goes in order for the second time today as Curtis rolls out. Well, Preston's got work to do. They're down 6 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-2, Century leads on the Flying S scoreboard. Flying S title and escrow scoreboard, I should say, on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, bottom of the 7th inning. And for Preston, they trail by 6, as it'll be Hollingsworth. And I think, if I understood the umpire correctly, Preston had a change in the top of the inning, and Coulter Jensen went in to play right field. That's what moved Oxborough back over to play first. So Jensen may come up here and hit in Benavidez' spot, as he's out there in the on-deck circle with a bat now, and then it's back up to the top of the order in Austin Gleed. But here's Jansen Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth with 1 hit in 2 at-bats today. As the first pitch to Hollingsworth is down low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Want to remind you that coming up after this game is over, we'll have a replay of the community chat with one of the candidates coming up after the postgame show is over. Ground ball to third. Up with it there is short, play it across, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Our visit on community chat will be with Mike Wilson. He's a candidate for Franklin County Sheriff. And again, that'll come up after the postgame show. So here indeed is Coulter Jensen, who went in to play right field for the Indians. Getting a chance to come up and get a couple of swings here. As Blackhawk comes home over the top, breaking ball, great pitch, dropped it on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Jensen, who did not play in the series at all against Century, hits a little tapper back to the mound. Blackhawk will have that, play it over to first, and there's 2 outs. So Preston down to their last out, trailing 8-6, and that'll bring up Austin Gleed. Gleed today 0 for 3 in his final game, potentially as a member of the Diamondbacks, or a member of the Indians, I should say. Not to put the cart in front of the horse here. As Blackhawk rocks and comes home to Gleed. First ball swinging, hits it foul over by the first base dugout, but it's going to be out of play, and it's 0-1. Austin up there with a 3-game hitting streak on the line, but right now he's just trying to keep his team in the ball game and keep the inning alive as Preston's down to their last out. Blackhawks 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, ground foul outside of third. And now Gleed down in the count 0-2. Preston 2 runs on 5 hits. But even though they've only had 3 hits since the 2nd inning today, and they came in succession last inning, as that pitch is outside 1-2. Hobbs, Thompson, and Oxborough led off the bottom of the 6th inning with consecutive singles that scored the 2 runs. As a breaking pitch, again, misses 1-2. And other than those 3 hits, that's it. That's the only base runners the Indians have had since the 2nd inning. That's all. The 1-2. up high again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So check that 3-2 here on Glebe. And Elias Blackhawk has spun a pretty good game today for Century. The 3-2 pitch. Little roller again, back to the mound. Speared by Blackhawk. He'll carry it to the bag himself. And Century eliminates the Indians as they beat them here on their home field. Final score here today, it's Century 8 and Preston 2. Hugs and high fives all around from the good friends over there as the Indians are eliminated here today and have their season come to an end as a couple of very tough losses in the district tournament, and Century is done, or Preston rather, is done for the year. 8-2 the final. We'll have the post-game show coming up right after this on the My Local.
Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training. Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence. It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, welcome back here to the ballpark as the Preston Indians have their season come to an end today as they lose here at Tony Hansen Field by the score of 8-2 to the Century Diamondbacks here today, and that's their season comes to an end, unfortunately, for the Indians. Final totals in the game brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. For Century to win it, 8 runs on 10 hits. They had no errors and they left 6 men on base. For the Indians, 2 runs on 6 hits. They also did not commit any errors in the game, and they left a total of 5 men on base today. Elias Blackhawk goes all the way, spins a great game, giving up just 6 hits and 2 runs in the game. He didn't walk anybody and had 5 strikeouts overall in the contest to pick up the win. The loss will go to Austin Gleed, who gave up 6 runs in 3 1/3 innings of work here today to take the loss for the Indians in a game that took 1 hour and 54 minutes to play. So the final score for the ball game and the final game for the Indians this year, and the final game for a whole bunch of seniors too, as they have their baseball careers here at Preston come to an end here today. Unfortunately, final score here today as Century wins it by the score of 8-2. We'll come back. We'll talk about our players of the game as we continue here on the postgame show right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, our player of the game today, brought to you by I Care For You, our eye-popping player of the game. You've got to give it to the guy who went all the way and picked up the win, Elias Blackhawk, who had one hit today, drove in a run, scored a couple of runs. He tripled and was on base 3 times today, but probably more importantly is what he did on the mound. As a complete game, allowing just the 2 runs, but had the game well in hand when he gave up the 2 runs, as he allowed really nobody on base through the middle of the game. In fact, the 3 hits that the Indians had to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning, they put together 3 consecutive hits. Those are the only 3 men that reached base after the 2-out mark in the bottom of the 2nd inning. He really kept the Indians stifled from the 3rd inning on throughout the game, even though they scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Elias Blackhawk really kept the game under control. He's our player of the game, brought to you by I Care For You in downtown Preston, as they bring you our eye-popping player of the game. We'll take our last time out. We'll come back and tell you what's on tap for the Indians. We'll do that as we continue right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
WestMotorCompany.com. The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at I Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. I Care For You, not just a name, but a commitment.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, for the Indians, whose season comes to an end here today, as Preston has their season end with the loss. They're 8-13 now overall on the year, as they lose 2 out of 3 in the district tournament as their season is over. So we turn our attention to the district tournament as far as the girls and the softball program goes, as they had their games rained out today. No games were scheduled for tomorrow anyway, so they'll be back on the field, back over at Good Park, or Ward Park, I should say, in Pocatello, as they'll play at 3:30 Thursday afternoon, as they will take on the Century girls on Thursday. If they win, they stick around and play Pocatello after it, in basically the second game of what would be a doubleheader. If they lose, they play an elimination game on Friday, and we will have those games for you here on the My Local Radio. It is tomorrow, not It is tomorrow. It's when. Okay, so I should correct myself. So the games all will be played tomorrow. So we'll have the game for you tomorrow from OK Ward Park in Pocatello. First game against Century is at 3:30. Thank you, Coach. As they'll take on Century, and if they win, they'll stick around and play Pocatello afterwards. So the game is tomorrow, and we'll have that for you coming up tomorrow afternoon here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. I want to remind you one more time before we go, following us here as soon as we wrap up the post-game show, we'll have a replay of our community chat that you heard this morning with Mike Wilson, our guest today. He is a candidate for sheriff here in Franklin County. We'll have that for you coming up in just a couple of minutes when we are done here at the ballpark. So the final score, once again, Century brings Preston's season to an end as they pick up a win today by the final score of 8-2. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator today has been John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard. It's been my pleasure to bring you Preston baseball all season long, and we'll turn our attention to the girls softball team coming up tomorrow afternoon. Join us with the pregame show a little after 3 o'clock tomorrow before the 3:30 start of the first game of the district tournament for the girls. That's coming up tomorrow. So until then, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us, and have a very pleasant good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.